So if you have available, it will be good. So it will be easy for us to analyze. So how you're actually coding. So use Google Collaborator. So we'll create one for you. So inside. So who going to just please select at least one program, or we will do like what we actually do in practical. Okay, so otherwise we will see it will be a random pick. So anyone willing to choose something, or shall I give randomly? It'll be good if you practice yourself. So is it easy for me to analyze how much you are coding, so your level of coding? Because if I still moves on, it will be look like a practical, so theoretical session. So you might not learn anything, and I might not know what you actually learned till now. Are you ready? Shall we proceed with it? Hello.
I'll not be able to do it, Mohiddin.
Pardon?
I'll not be able to do it. Please pick someone else.
Okay. So will you submit me separately, or you don't want to?
I need to catch up the pace.
Pardon?
To catch up the pace.
Okay, okay. So it will be good if you tried something. So share with me.
Yes.
So what you, it'll be good for me too. So correct your mistakes, right? That's it.
Yeah, I understand.
So please try something. Arun, will you start? Shall we start from you?
Okay.
So you are in laptop, right?
Yes, bro. System, bro.
Yeah. Cool. So just the link is we have a shared link. Try that. So other might see. So if people who are not able to do like as Shivram said, so please watch what people are doing. So do it in your machine. So just correct simultaneously what you actually made mistakes. That's it. So try like that. If you won't able to do, then try like this. So this is up to your willingness. So because people are here to learn, right? So that's it. Okay. So we have this link, right? Okay. So you people are having this link right function. Can you try this? Starting this same one. So Arun, which program you're going to do? Which one?
Sir, actually, your screen is not visible. Right?
Please, sorry. Now is it?
Yes, sir.
We'll start working on it. Okay. I will share you the link. So you got a link, right? So அப்படியே screen share பண்றீங்களா அந்த link click பண்ணிட்டு Arun?
டெஸ்ட் ஆக்சுவலா இப்போ வந்து மொபைல்ல தான் வந்திருக்கேன். ஸோ
Okay. Laptop
ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் பண்ண
PC நீங்க?
லேப் பிசி இருக்கு, பட் நான் மொபைல்ல தான் வந்திருக்கேன்.
Okay. So who going to?
நான்
Others? What to do? So if we keep moving like that, we won't learn anything. Anyone? So no response from others except Prabhakar and Shivaram. Sorry, Arun and Shivaram. Others, what to do?
Bro, I completed 116 only.
Pardon?
I completed 116.
Okay, just share your code or keep it in this exercise. So I gave a link, right? Just copy your code and paste it here.
Okay.
So we are looking in that. So we will correct the mistakes as well. So you did 1 and 6. That is factorial and range for negative. Yeah, that's cool. So this one is easy. We all implemented the logic. Just keep it in a function. That's it. That is we have to do. So tuple for tuple, what to do?
Yeah, bro. Pasted that program, sixth program. Not first one.
Factorial.
Yeah.
No regression. Super. So paste it here.
Already pasted.
Is it not visible? Did you send in a chat or what?
In that link only. That Google call.
Okay. உங்களுக்கு execute ஆகுதா?
Okay, I will send that in chat also.
Or நீங்க வந்து just start sharing your screen with looking in it. Maybe wait.
I sent on chat.
Maybe wait. நான் வந்து maybe இது enable பண்ண வந்து wait. Sorry, I set a viewer permission. That is okay. இப்போ பண்ணலாம் நீங்க. இப்போ paste பண்ணுங்க. Try that.
Pasted. I sent on chat on also, so copy that one.
This one, right? So this is factorial, right?
I just create a program, not a function.
That is what I said. So I told you to create a function, right?
Yeah. Just we can.
So நீங்க share பண்ணீங்களா? Can you share your screen?
My
so we'll correct it.
Okay.
நான் பாஸ் பண்றேன். Okay, or else I will do. So we are running out of time. Okay. So just help me to debug. So your code. First, we'll create a function. Okay. Then
A. A is
is that correct? My indentation is correct? Is my indentation is correct?
written last one. Written.
Written O. Okay. But it won't. Okay. Outside while, right?
Mm.
Okay. So how about number?
A is a variable which I used in.
Okay. So I don't need this, right?
Yeah. First.
Let's try. So it is fact of 5 means it's giving me 480. Very many mistake. So you're doing without recursion. Okay. So let's try out the logic. So you said I is equal to 0 and O is equal to 1. O means your output, right?
Yes.
Y it is 1.
To get if I define as a 0, then the whole thing will be becoming 0 because we are doing multiplication, right?
Okay.
So
So you said
I'm
default
using
1, right? Let be default 1.
no, bro. In runtime, it will change. I used that output in that else condition.
Okay. So what is I is equal to 1?
So I for a looping purpose to make that loop running
The number of
frequently.
iteration.
Number of iteration.
Okay. So say for example, you are in 5. Okay. And that is 0 less than 5. Yes, it is. So you are in a loop and you are saying if C equal to A, that means what
C
is
for checking purpose. So first one, we don't need to.
but here you will always get, okay, you are changing A value here. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Got it. You're assigning that initial value into C, right?
To C.
So what we can do now? So first you are saying 0 less than 5 ACTs, and once you come inside,
So 5
what is B?
equal to
What is B?
B means decreasing number. So 5 into 4.
That is what you're doing in A is equal to A minus 1, right?
This one for first line
Okay.
purpose.
Okay, this is a temporary one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That A equal to A minus
Yeah,
1
that
is
is you have
for
asked.
looping purpose, bro.
Yeah, that is you have asked.
To decrease the value in
Okay, so
I greater than 0. A.
while I less than A, then what you have to do? Say I into O O O into A. Okay, A minus equal to 1. You need to decrease A. You need to decrease A. So here what you can do, while A when it is 0, nothing happens. Let's try this. Will it works or not? Let's try this out. Is it simple? Have you understood what I did? Others? Is it look simple?
Yes.
What I did. That's why I'm always saying just think simply. You will always get an answer. So what I did, I took only out. Got it? So A is your input. So I just simply disable 2 of your inputs and the rest of your code. I wrote only 2 logic. So what you did, the iteration loop was correct because that alternative for recursive function is what? alternative of recursive function is what?
While
What
loop.
you used for alternative of recursive? So that is the first thing you have to think. Okay, so why I'm saying this, I'm explaining this. So whenever you're looking for an alternative solution, as like I told you to replicate a function, right? Your thinking should be in this way. So what is, so how to implement alternative and what it might be, how it might be constructed, kind of, right? So for what is the alternative for recursive function? We all know what is a recursive function.
Your while loop is
While loop is the alternative, right?
recursive.
Because
Alternative.
recursive is a redundant, repeatedly calling a function. That is, your logic, your block of code will be calling repeatedly. So while can do the same logic, right? So that's why we need while loop. So this is alternative for recursive function. I told you to create a function without recursive function, factorial without recursive. Got it? So what I'm doing, so my logic is what? So what he said was correct. So I need to decrease my what? Decrease your what?
Input.
Prabhakaran?
Input.
Input. So when you say 5, you're supposed to decrease it, right? At certain point, it will become 0. Got it? At certain point, it will become 0. Sorry, I need this O. I need this O. And at certain point, your A will become 0. You all know while A will work when it is
True.
not 0. Correct? When it is true. So while A means true. If it is when A becomes 0, it is false, right? Or you can say, if you want to be a more logic, then you can say 0 greater than. So it will avoid negative number as well. In case if it is negative, it will accept it, right? So this will be a good logic. So it is greater than 0. Got it? And what I'm doing. So we all know when it is 0, my output should be 1, right? 0 factorial is 1. Correct? That is my output. 0 factorial is 1. That is what I wrote logic, right? In my previous exercise. In case if it is 0, see, if it is 0, it is 1. That is 0 factorial is 1. Understand? Okay. So that is what my output says. When it is 0, it's 1. So because if I kept 0, what happened? Everything will become 0. That's why 0 factorial is 1. So 1 factorial is again 1. 2 factorial is 2. 3 factor is
6.
6. Got it? So this is 6. So my logic is, if 0 is less than A, it is. And once it is move on, we all know what it is. So if you want to expand it, 0 equal to 0 into A. This is a simplified version of this. Got it? So I'm taking my output. So first time what happened when I say 5. So if I print, you will get a better idea. So when I say 3, first time my input will be 3, 0. That is 1 into 3 is 3. In second time, you are actually reducing it, right? A minus A, that is what? A is equal to A minus 1. So sorry, A minus 1. You are actually reducing by 1. So your input will become, your A will become 2. Okay. Second time, 3 into 2, that is 6. Third time, 1. Again 6. Next time 0. Then finally you got 6 as output. So have you understand why it repeats 6 3 times? In my second iteration itself, you got an output, right? In third iteration, your input is 1. 1 into anything is same. That is 6. 6 again. And finally, it returns 6. That's why it returned 3 times. So you have better idea. So in 3 times, it will say out. In finally, it will be say the return one. See, the final is the return value. Everything else is print statement. Sorry, print function. Understand? Got it? So factorial without recursion. Is it simple?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So we don't need this as well because it won't be in a negative. Okay, so to make it more simple, so I think C is equal is not required, right? This also not required. Okay, only out. That's it. So it will be good if we are keeping a proper naming. So it always suggested for better naming. Then only you will won't confuse. So if I say, if I kept O means what happened, you will think whether it is 0 or O. Got it? You might try to multiply or something. So it will be better if you give a proper naming. Got it? And here instead of A, you can say input. It will be INP. That's it. Okay. So I will remove this code, or if you want, so this is what Prabhakar implemented. Just compare the logic, what he tried. So for this is for your knowledge. So I have hidden what Prabhakar did. So just relate with it. So it will be good for you to understand. So thank you, Prabhakar. How about next code? So anyone willing to try map filter into generator? You all know that only you have to keep yield. That's it. So we already implemented a filter. In last class, I did filter, right? You need to say yield. That's it. Your function will become generator. Where to keep yield? So how to convert this into generator? Anyone try? I told you, right? How to create generator function. What is the difference between normal and generator function?
Normal function will return the output.
Yeah, that's
But
fine. I'm asking syntactically.
normal function will have return. Generator function will have yield.
Normal function does not. Better you can say even you can keep a return in generator as well. I told you, if your function contains at least one yield statement, will convert your function to generator, right? So normal function does not contain yield. That would be a better example definition. Okay, a normal function doesn't contain yield, but generator contains. Got it? Because a generator might contain return as well, but at least it require one yield. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Now how to convert this? Do we need this first line to convert this into generator? Do we need this? What is this?
Output.
Output. Do we need this in generator?
No.
No, because generator does not return
Any output.
anything. Then do we need this line? We need this in generator. It is based on an iteration, right? And if this is logic for filter. This is filter logic. If satisfied, return value, right? In next line, what to do? So we don't have out, right? What happened? If I execute, what will happen? We never had out equal
Name
to
error.
empty list.
Name error.
Name error. Name error or attribute error?
Name error, because we did not define
We never
out.
define out. Got it? So that's good. But if out contains in any part of your program, then you will say, then it might work. But out is integer, but it is inside a function, so it won't be considered. Because so here we are calling actually, right? Then it will be considered. So leave it. So we don't need this line. Then what to do? So inside, if what shall I keep? What do I need to write inside my if condition? Inside my if, what generator will return?
Sequence.
Item from your sequence. right? In each iteration, in generator, in each iteration you will get item instead of sequence, right? So say yield, yield, yield what? Iter. That's it. We don't need a return. This is my generator function. I will try this filter. My function is lambda so I'll try is it divisible by 3? I'll check my number is divisible by 3. What would be the logic? I want to check my input is divisible by 3. What would be the logic? Any guesses? Any guesses? I need a 3 divisible number out of it. The logic is x is your input, x modulus of what? If it is 2 divisible, what we did? If it is even number. So when you divide your number, it should return 0. Then it is the corresponding
Even.
divisible, right? So if it is 3 divisible, what to do? X is your input, each iteration like 1, 2, 3 up to 12. X will be various items from your sequence. X modulus of what? I say 3 divisible. Then
3 0.
Pardon, what?
3
3. And then if it is 0, then this is
0
0,
0.
right?
3 equal to 0.
With so if it the remainder is 0, then the number is 3 divisible. Got it? I will execute now. So what it will return? It will return generator. So is it working as it is? Understand? So my filter working as it as we want, as we need. So just convert it into list. You will get an answer. We all know how to extract from a list, right? So this is my 3 divisible numbers. What? F dot next. So in Python 2, the syntax is just next in Python 2. Got it? This is in Python 2, but in Python 3, it is underscore next. That is the difference. So this is Python 2 syntax. Python 2. This is in Python 3. Okay. So next was renamed with underscore next. This is the difference in Python 2 and 3. So what happened? This will return. What would be my answer? Here, what would be my answer?
Our output 3, 6, 9.
Pardon?
Output of that
What? That is what?
generator function.
What would be my output? Let's say who's going to say correct answer. What is the output?
That list.
3, 6, 8, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12.
How it is list? I'm just doing single iteration. You will get only 3. If I do list, you're actually doing n number of iteration. But here I'm doing only one iteration. That is the difference between next and list. So in list, we are actually doing type conversion. So in type conversion, I told you how it will work. I for I in F. Understand? Now you will get the complete data. Understand? Have you understand the generator logic?
Yeah.
If you feel difficult, just please tell me. I will revise it once again if you want. So I told you, and just remember the logic in generator. If you utilize one time, what happened? The memory will become free, right? So here I did f dot next, so it returns 3. And next time I'm doing comprehension. So what this will return, what this will return. What f dot next will do, will return something. What it will return, what it might return.
First print will be 3. Second print will be 3, 6.
How 3? Once you
Okay, okay. 6,
right?
9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is generated. So what it will return?
6,
6,
9,
9,
12.
6, 9, 12. That's it. In a list. Understand?
Yeah.
Now
Empty, empty.
pardon? In first what?
Uh, first will be the same. First will be 3. Second will be 6, 9, 12.
Okay.
Third will be nothing.
Okay. So don't confuse. Here I got an output. If I run once again, it will return empty. Don't think like that, because if I rerun it, what happened? This will again recalculate. So this is actually a recalculation. Okay. So again it will initiate and it will again start calculating. Got it? So in this time, what happened? This will return 3. This will return 6, 9, 12, and this return. This return
Empty.
empty.
Third print empty.
Empty.
List.
Empty list. Got it? This one here. Here what will happen?
6.
Third time it will be empty. Fourth time
6.
6. How 6? First time 3. Next time everything is completed, right? In
Empty.
fourth time you are getting empty. Is it correct? Sorry, in third print.
Then again 3.
Here it is again 3. How? I told you once you utilize. That's it. We don't have. If we have, we will get it here itself, right? This written empty because f doesn't contain any iteration left out. I told you next is a manual iteration. It doesn't know whether it is exist or not. If it is not exist, what it will say? In list, list is a finite iteration. If it is exist, it will iterate. Otherwise, it will return empty. You all know that. For loop, you know, for loop is a finite iteration. But dot next never know, because this is a manual trigger. When you say if it's not exist, what happened?
Stop it.
Stop iteration error. First time 3, second time the left out stuff, that is 3, 6, sorry, 6, 9, 12, and then next time it is empty list. Fourth time you will say stop iteration error. You will get stop iteration only when you use dot next. Stop iteration error. Understand? Now if I remove this line, if I kept it here, tell me the answer.
6.
What will be the output?
6.
Where? First one?
First one is 3. Second one is 6.
Okay.
The third one is as usual 3, 6, 9, 12. The fourth will be the empty list.
How you are saying as usual? So this is fine.
Okay. Yes. You're right.
Then what? Here what?
3 is there. Now here it will be 9 and 12.
9 and 12. Here
Empty.
empty. Without error. Understand? Got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Now?
Individual 3, 6, 9, 12.
Pardon?
First will be 3, second will be 6,
Uh,
9, and then 12, and then empty list.
empty list. Super. Now, I have changed my input.
Now
12 will not be printed.
Pardon?
from the fourth line it will be empty.
Okay. So how
First
in
3,
the-
6, and 9 individual.
Pardon? Here the answer will be
3,
okay. Then
6,
then
and then 9,
then
and then it will be empty.
empty.
Yeah.
In next empty means what happened?
Stop
Oh,
iteration
yeah.
error.
Okay, error.
Stop iteration
Error.
error.
Stop error.
And then
Empty list.
that's why I asked the question. Once your program raise any error, what happened? Once you're programming raising an error, what happened?
Terminate.
Your execution will be terminated. Nothing will
Yes.
executed beyond that. That's why I'm keep on changing that. Okay, for your better understanding. So you will get an error here in this line, right? So these two lines will never executed.
Yeah, okay.
Understand? So
Yeah.
hope everyone is watching. See what happened. First 3 line works as expected. In fourth line, we all know next doesn't know whether the iteration is exist or not. In case of list, it will say it is not exist, so it will return empty. It will handle it, but next never handle it. Understand? That's why it says stop iteration error. Got it? That's why he said stop iteration error, and then this line never executed. Got it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, cool. So any doubts in this? So have you understand the generator concept better now?
Yes.
Okay, any doubts? Just please tell me, I will explain once again if you have any still have doubts in generator. So this is how I rewritten filter, okay, as a generator. A difference between normal and generator, you need to keep a yield inside iterator, whether it is a for or while. You need to keep it inside your looping statement. You need to keep your yield inside looping statement. Then only generator will work as expected. Otherwise, it will return the last one. Otherwise, in generator, you will get the last one. Okay, you won't get anything which is presented inside that. So you need to keep yield inside your loop. That is a logic in generator. I won't say it is a syntax. That's the logic. Okay, and then what is the next function? So can you try for map? Okay. Can you please try for map? Then only you have an idea. If you want, I will do that, or I will do it tomorrow. It's up to you. If you want me to do today, or will you try? Guys, what to do?
We will try.
Yeah. Please try map, because I want everyone should be a better programmer. So it won't be, so this course should not be in a namesake purpose. I want us to study kind of. So you need to learn something. That's why I'm keep on saying that please do practice. Okay. If you know how to replicate, and you will never struggle in anywhere else. You will easily debug your code. That's why I'm training how we got trained. So that's the other way. So it won't be in academic kind of stuff. So in academic, they won't say this is an error, so omit it and do something else. I won't say like that. So this will be in a professional way. So you need to learn. So how to debug. So it will be helpful in your career as well. Got it? So let's move on to tuple. How to create, so replicate tuple. I will hide everything. Okay. So let's move on to tuple. So what is tuple function? So f here, f got some result, right? I'm converting it into tuple. Tuple is a built-in function. Now we want to replicate tuple. How to? Any idea? Because this is a tricky one. We all know list. We might use dot append to sort out, but in tuple, what to do? Even I don't know. I have to try. So I need to think it because I never tried replicating tuple before itself. Any idea? Let's start with the tuple. Diff tuple inp. We won't able to use comprehension because this will lead to generator comprehension, right? So now you understand what is generator comprehension, right? Hope you all understand what is generator comprehension. So that is why once you understand generator function, you will easily understand generator comprehension, right? So generator comprehension, what the syntax is, this is a syntax I for I in or anything like say. So we need to extract it or f dot kind of. So when you say close bracket, it will convert your comprehension to generator. If it is square bracket, it is less comprehension. Okay. Now I want to convert it into tuple. What to do? Thank God, generator has add function. Have you noticed? Shall we try? Is this enough? Is this enough?
Yes.
So we need two tuple to add together. Okay. So what to do? So INP is an iterator. This is your output. Okay. Then what to do? For item in what shall we do? Out. I never tried. Now only I'm looking. Well, let's see whether it might return the correct answer or not. Let's try. Yes, it is worked. Have you understand now? I never use any built-ins. Even you can replicate same logic in list as well. Because in list, if you say dot append, you are actually using some function, right? Understand? Without function, this is the simple way. Even list also contains add. What to do? Just create a list, use this, that's it. Understand? So try the same logic for list, okay? Will you? Or in a list, what we did a comprehension way, right? In list, what we tried? A comprehension. We never used append, we used comprehension. I for I in item. That is what we say, item. Better naming, say item. That's it. That is what we have used. So that's it. This is how type conversion works. If you got a question, replicate type, how replicate tuple function or build list, this is how you have to do. Just think, okay, see that is what I said. remember two stuffs, dir and help. So I never tried replicating tuple. Just now I said dir tuple, and I have found, we all know in tuple we won't able to modify because tuple is a immutable data type, but we can do add. With the help of add, I can reassign it, right? That is what I'm doing here. I'm reassigning my tuple with a new tuple. Here what I'm doing, I'm reassigning it. I took the existing one, I'm adding my new tuple together, I'm creating a new assignment because tuple is immutable. Understand? So that's why I said, please practice with the DAR. If you do proper practice, you will never depend on it. So I never Google, just in front of you I'm doing that because I'm familiar with the DAR and help. So if you are familiar with it, you don't need to Google always, because that is the advantage of Python when compared with others. So in other, we need to surf always, but here, if you are familiar with it, you can easily crack it. Understand? So that's the last stuff is prime, Fibonacci. We all tried palindrome. How to do palindrome? Anyone tried? Palindrome, the simple one, right? What to do? How to do palindrome? I will give you a challenge question in palindrome. So if you answered for this, tell me. How to do palindrome?
What is reverse index?
Pardon? If what? What is palindrome? So you have an output.
Right into the back.
Yeah. You have an input. If you reverse it, if both are looks even, then that is palindrome. So how to implement it?
You have to use reverse index.
Yeah, tell me. Logic. Or keep it in a chat. Just put it in the chat, anyone. What is Vijay, this one? Vijay?
Sir?
What it is? So you tried something. So you're actually trying to replicate tuple?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you understand what I did? So I told you to create a function. So you understand?
Yes.
No?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
did
sir.
right. Okay. Try this way. So how about palindrome? We all know what is palindrome and how to implement palindrome. What is palindrome? Just tell me the logic, you have an answer. What others understand?
We need to reverse the input and check the input with the revised one.
Reverse result, right? We don't need to reverse it, but the solution is we need to compare our input with a reverse result, right? So how to do comparison? What is the syntax for comparison? First tell me the syntax for comparison, then we'll do reverse.
Assignment operator.
Why we need to assign? We are doing comparison, right? We don't need any assignment.
Assignment operator. Equal to. We have to use that.
Single equal to is an assignment operator.
Is
Couple equal to is comparison.
Okay. Then what to do?
is
If
is A is B.
If is
So like A input is output, like that.
if INP
Is output.
is
Out.
output. What is the output? If I say like that, it will
We
write.
need to reverse that input. That
reverse?
is our output.
Yeah, how to reverse it? We all seen.
It should start from 0 and then minus.
Pardon?
-1
-1.
is the last character.
-1. You
We
need to
can
reverse your string. We all know how to reverse string in Python in an easy way. Using which method?
Indexing method.
Indexing method. How to?
Square brackets.
Square brackets.
Colon -1.
Colon. What is colon?
Start.
Default start.
Default step.
The step is
Sorry,
-1. Reversal step.
Okay.
Still
So default
reverse-
stop.
Yeah.
Default stop and step.
So I will print both. You have for your better understanding. Now, if both are equal, return what? It is. It is.
Palindrome.
It is palindrome. Or what to say? Here, is that
Not
fine?
a-
What to write here?
Else.
Yes.
And then
It's not palindrome. Return it's not palindrome.
return. It is not a palindrome. Okay. And I told you, when we say return, okay, in next statement, else is not required. It is purely optional because if satisfied, your program will stop here itself, or else it will be anyway. It will move on, right? We don't need this. And again, we can convert this into one line. What to do? We have to write. So we all know how to convert it into one line, right? So the common thing is return. So take the return outside, and so you want to return something. This when if this condition satisfy. Otherwise, return this. Okay, this is your one line for this. Okay, and else is purely optional. I told you. Okay, now when you check palindrome, this is not a palindrome. It is not a palindrome. It's a why it's not a palindrome. Okay, it print Malayalam, right? But it is not a palindrome. MELAYALAM. Is it correct, right? Why it is say not a palindrome? We have to say comparative operator equal to. I told you when you touching that data type, the ID will be changed. Maybe that is the reason. Yeah. So here actually we are touching the data type, right? What happened? We are shuffling the position. So that's why it's setting a different ID. So we should use double equal, not is. So is will change when you touch the data type. So here we are touching the data type. So it will allocate different location for it. Got it? Understand? So it is, we have to use.
But the data type is same only.
I never told.
Both are string.
Yeah, but I never said is for data type. In other languages, they kept it for data types. But in Python, I told you, is not just for data type, also for ID.
ID.
ID getting changed. Actually, when ID getting changed, when ID will change, when you touch data types or the conversion change, so the object type was changed. When you change the data type or you touch the data types. So like in a list is mutable. Okay. So we are not going to change data type, but still you can append it. What happened? It will change. It will allocate different location for it. Understand? We are touching the data type. So once you touch the data type, it will allocate different memory location.
Okay.
So I told you ID will depends upon the values, not based on variables. Got it?
Okay.
When you say A, the ID will look like, because both B and A pointing the same value. I told you it is depends upon a value, not based on variable. Remember that. Okay. Now it will say it's a palindrome. Got it? And I will give you exercise in palindrome. Do the same for integer. Integer is not so easy. We won't be able to do reversing. Either you need to convert it into string. Got it? Or else you need to apply some logic. That is with the help of module operator. So it has some certain calculation. Maybe check with search for that, or try with string, converting into string. It's up to you. So this is for your purpose. If you try, I will here to sort out the mistakes, or else we'll move on next topics. Okay, it's up to you. And I will say Fibonacci. So quick prime. So what is prime? We all know that 1 and 2 is not a prime. After 2 only prime. If INP less than 3, return not a prime number by default, less than 3. Okay, from 3 we supposed to start calculation, and from since 3, what to do? We need to for I in or a num in range of your input. If it is 3, you will say 0, 1, 2, etc. Okay, in each number, if number modulus of, okay, it will be start from 2, because we all set less than 3. So 2 is not a prime. We all know that, because 2 and 1, I think less than 3 is not. So we have to start from 3. We should start from 3 to till that. And if number divisible by what? So what is prime number? If number doesn't divisible by anything else, that is prime number. Your input divisible by number. If it is 0, then return it is not a prime number. At least if you get only one divisor, it is not a prime number. So outside for say return, it is prime number. This is the logic. Say prime 1 is not a prime. 2 is not a prime. 3 also not a prime. It's a prime. Yeah, 3 is a prime number. 3 doesn't contains any divisible. So we can divide by 1 and 3. 4 is prime or not? 4.
It's not a prime.
It is not, because we have a 2 divisible, right?
Mm.
So it is divided by 2. So it is not right. 3. Start from 2. Sorry. Start from 2. Now it is Not a prime number. How about 5? 5 is a prime number. It is a prime number. How about 13? 13 is a prime number. How about 16? It is not, because we have divisible. It is divided by 2, it is divided by 4, it is divided by 8, so it is not a prime number. Got it? And how about 113? I think it is a prime number. Yes, it is. It is divided by 1 and 113 alone. It won't be divided by anything else. Understand? So this is prime number logic. So just go through it. If you have any difficult to understand, just let me know. So a number less than 3 is not a prime number, and a number which is not divisible. So what I'm doing here, I need to check my number. So if I say 100, if I want to check 100, I need to iterate it from 2 to, I need to check my number is whether it is divisible by 2 to 100. If I get any one number is divided by 100, then it is not a prime number. At least one. Okay, that is the logic of prime number. So prime number means a number does not divisible by anything except itself and 1. A number which is not divisible by itself and 1 means that is prime number. That is the logic. So this is what I applied, and I move on to next, that is Fibonacci. Okay, so what is Fibonacci series? What is Fibonacci? The same. So you might see a different logic. Here I will apply one logic, that is your output. So Fibonacci in sequence, we all know that 2 sequence are 1 and 2. Okay, the first 2 sequence are 1, I think 0 and 1. 0 and 1 is the first 2 sequence of Fibonacci. It is default, and if you use a say 2, you need to return first 2 Fibonacci number, that is 0s and 1. If you use a say 5, you need to return first 5 Fibonacci sequence, that is 0 1. Next is 0 plus 1 1, and 1 plus 1 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So you need to return 0 1 1 2 3. That is first 5 Fibonacci numbers. So we all know what is Fibonacci sequence. Now the simple way is to, if input less than 3, I have to say input is between, so we don't have a 0 Fibonacci, so it is between 0 to 3. Then the output you have to return out colon int. So what it will do, so this will return first 2 numbers, that is 0 and 1. I'm printing it. This is written as a list. So here if I say user say 2 means you will get 0th position and first position. You all know colon 2 will return up to first index. When you say user say 1 means it will return 0th index. When user say 2, it will return 0 and 1. When user say 3, 0 1 2, but 3 won't work. 3 will move on to next line. So in this line, what to do? You need to iterate for num in range of 2 comma INP. So the iteration should be from 2 to this. So why I'm saying 2? The reason is we already created 2 Fibonacci numbers. This is the default Fibonacci. So that's why I'm starting from 2. When you use a say 5, this will actually generate 5, but it should not happen. That's why I'm saying start from 2. So it will return 3 numbers. We already have 2 numbers. So totally we'll get 5 numbers. So the simple logic is, we all know the last 2 sum of last two number is the new Fibonacci sequence, right? So in my next iteration, what I need to do? Out dot append the last 2 numbers. How to get last 2 numbers? Out of -1 is my last, plus, so you should not say out of first, because always it will return 0 and 1. So that's why I'm saying out of -1, out of what? Next is what?
-2.
-2, the last two numbers. So it will be keep on expanding, right? Finally return it. That's it. Okay. Now I'm going to say Fibbo. The first 10 Fibonacci number. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 Fibonacci numbers are there. First 10 numbers. If I say 5, you will get 5. Just compare with your if you seen in internet, let's see how they implement in difficult way. But just think I told you, right? Just think in simple way. So we already have 2 Fibonacci number. If you want new number, just add from the add it in a reversal order. The last two number is the third sequence, right? That's it. Does it look simple? Have you understand this logic? If I say 2, what will be the answer? If I say 2, what will happen?
0 and 1.
0 and 1. That's it. That's it. Okay. Any doubts in this? All clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please, I told you, right, do palindrome for integer, and I have asked you to create. I gave a map. I told you to create map, right? So it's up to you. So if you do it, I will ready to correct your mistakes, and I will appreciate if you do that. And from tomorrow, we'll move on to a new topic, that is class section. Tomorrow we will talk about modules. Well, let's see what is modules, and then we'll see what is class. Okay, so in this week we almost we'll almost try to complete our fundamentals, and then from next week onwards we'll move on to advanced topics. So please do practice, or if you want, we will conduct a complete practical session for a week. It's up to you. It's that is what I'm today also I said, it is up to you. So please do practice, and if you want me to do, I will do. So I'm having these doubts and all, please make a note of it and give it to me. So if you feel shy, so just give it to me in a private. I will do it without revealing any of your name. Okay. So if you have any doubt, just tell me this. I want this topic. Don't feel shy, because we are only here to learn. Okay. So please don't hesitate to ask, and send out me the topics, and we will revise it if you want once again. So we'll talk about what is model. Model is nothing but a Python file. So till now we have utilized the interpreter. From next class onward, we'll talk about how to create a Python file. So here in online, we are doing online collaborator, right? So let's see what this means, what .ipnb means. We'll talk about this in briefly in tomorrow class. Okay. So any doubts in this?
Yeah, I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
The definition function for filter you have given, right?
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
That what will give for func here the argument.
Okay. Function is your function object. Okay.
Yeah.
Function. So here we all know lambda is an anonymous function. That's why I kept lambda. Or else,
Yes.
if you want, you can create that, replicate the lambda function. So here my goal is to check whether what I need to check. I need my number is 3 divisible or not. Okay. I say 3 divisible. This is my function. I need one input. You can say x. Okay. Return. When it should return, you have to say for filter, I told you it should return true or false. That is filter need. But map, we need exact output. Sorry, we need a difference output. Map means mapping. It's going to map your input with different output. But filter, we need exact. So it should return true or false. That is what filter requires. So let's say true. When it is true, if x modulus of 3 equal to 0. Otherwise, false. You can replicate this function. Okay. So here this is a most important thing to know. That's a good question. You have to say 3
Okay.
Div, you need to say function name. You should not call a function. If you call a function, you need to pass something, right? The function call will be take care by filter itself, because we are doing function call here inside my filter. So if you call a function, it will return a value, right? True or false. But here we need a function object, because function call will be take care by filter itself. It will iterate your input, and it will pass each and every inputs into it, and it will produce an output. So you should not say function output. Just give function name, or that is more than enough. Okay, I will print it. That's it. So you have a better idea. So this will call this function. This filter will call this function. Okay. See. Yeah. See, the x is 3. Understand? I will copy this function. Okay. And the second function is this. Okay. Now I'm going to call this f dot. Understand? So each time
Yeah, yeah.
move on to this, and it say 3. In next will be, it will be between 4, 5, 6. It will be 4. Check 4. 4 is not 3 divisible. 5 is not 3 divisible. And you'll say 6 is a 3 divisible. And next time it will say 9, 7, 8, 9. And then it will try 11, 10 kind of. Understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So in function, you need to pass a function object. It is not a written value. You need to remember that. Understand? So
Yes, yes.
you asked a good question in the right time. Okay. So here we supposed to pass a function object, not a written value. So when you call a function, it will return some value, but we need a function object. Function object is in the function name. So instead, you can keep a lambda. That's it. Okay. So we all know we can assign this lambda into some variable. Okay. We can call the function name as well. It's up to you. Like this. Okay. So here, what I can do. So instead of 3 div, I can say what? Func. That's it. Understand? Now it will say stop iteration error. Again, I will call it once again. I'm going to type comprehension. You will get it. Next time it will be empty. Understand? Is that fine?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks.
So we'll talk about rest of tomorrow. Please do practice, and don't hesitate to ask me. So please feel free to ask me. If you feel difficult, just send me out a mail or anything. Just contact me. So I will solve your doubts. Okay. We'll talk about new session tomorrow. So, okay.
Thank you.
See you next class. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I got a call.
Bye, bro.
One second.